Hello teacher, my friends and I visit the castle of Chapultepec, el castillo de Chapultepec. We are Herrera de Lucio, Wanda Carolina, Coronel Acosta Citlali Rubí, and me, Enriquez Perez Jonathan Emanuel. As the National Museum of History, it houses a large number of emblematic pieces and artistic work. Chapultepec Castle has the characteristics of being considered the only castle belonging to royal in all of Latin America. From its cobblestone to the shape of its balconies, this castle is related to others that you could find anywhere in Europe. Before becoming the National History Museum, it is known that the Chapultepec Castle was previously the presidential residence that housed a large number of Mexican leaders. The royal carriage in which Emperor Maximilian and his wife Carlota paraded through Mexico City, with the characteristic elegance of 19th century Europe. This carriage was made with gold plates and adorned with harlequins, remaining in practically perfect condition since the days it was used. One artistic work that best captures the importance of Mexican Revolution is found in the Chapultepec Castle, baptized under the name "From Porfirianism to the Revolution", made by David Alfaro. Siqueiros is the mural that covers an entire room, which captures various emblematic characters that start from the Porfiriato on the right to the Revolution on the left. One of the characters of the Chapultepec is that was built so that the viceroy of New Spain could live without possible comfort, so it was located on top of a beautiful hill called Cerro del Chapulín. As much for its imposing sculptures and for its central fountains and its beautiful green areas, strolling through the gardens of Chapultepec is ideal to take a break from everyday life and simply relax. On the ground floor of Chapultepec Castle, you will find the Square's Room, which is a set of bedrooms whose exhibits covers a wide variety of themes. In Chapultepec, you will be able to study history up close, but not only that referring to the time of colonization, but also that of pre-Hispanic culture. In the enclosure, there is a variety of sculptures, paintings, and archaeological pieces from culture such as the Mayas or the Mexicas. During the period when the facility served as military college, the castle suffered a bombardment by US force, and many of those who defended the building's heritage were minor children. Over time, these children are considered heroes for the Mexican people. Not only are their names remembered, but a variety of artistic works, from paintings to sculptures, have been illustrated in their honor.
Topics treated at the National Museum of History Castillo de Chapultepec. A vision of the story of Mexico is rooted from the conquest and formation of New Spain to dawn of the 20th century. Distributed in the following space: two isolated continents, separate by ocean, the inhabitants of Europe and the continent that whole became American came into contact for the first time in 1492, when a new stage in world history began. The Kingdom of New Spain. Over 3 centuries, the fountains of the new people were molded, that of Today's Mexico, to the mixture of European and American ethnic groups with their own cultural tradition, languages, and tree of civilization was aided the spread of the Castilian language and the Catholic religion. Besides, upon the arrivals of the Spaniards, the government was given by Hernan Cortes, who served as Captain General and Chief Justice. Malachites. The woman begin tends to look for the beautiful, dance, harmonious, what gives pleasure to ache to the quality of the object. 20th century. The past century was a time of light sounds and images.
Importance. The Cerro de Chapultepec has been an emblematic place since pre-Hispanic times and has a long history in our country, which is divided into a stage pre-Hispanic, vice loyalty, military school, Second Empire, Porfiriato and Venustiano Carranza. History of the place and the museum. The history of the Cerro de Chapultepec, the East Chapultepec, and the National Museum of History Castillo de Chapultepec has gone through the following stages: pre-Hispanic constructions, Moctezuma pools and Moctezuma baths, shrine and housing unit, viceregal period, Hermitage of San Miguel Arcángel, aqueduct and construction of the first stage of the castle between and designated as a rest house by order of Viceroy Fernando de Galvez. Military school period. The castle is used as a military school which resists the bombing of the United States, and after its reconstruction, the military school is restored. The Second Empire it is established as the residence of the imperial cult. The Porfiriato from this period it is used a presidential residence. Another area becomes an astronomical and magnetic observatory, and other area continues the military college. During the period of presidents of Venustiano Carranza, an area corresponding to the expansion of military college was demolished from Álvaro Obregón to Lázaro Cárdenas.